The project named River for Jaffna is currently under the observation of the government of Sri Lanka. The objective of this project is to divert water from the northern part of Sri Lanka through the Jaffna lagoons to enhance the water resources there and to reduce the infiltration of salinity into the groundwater. Engineers from Sri Lanka have made several attempts to increase the amount of fresh water needed for survival and to improve water resources to alleviate water scarcity. For this purpose, barriers were established between the salt lakes and the sea. They attempted to divert water from the northern province of Sri Lanka to Jaffna. Such efforts began in the 17th century. Arumugam project is one such project organized by Mr. Arumugam, who was the Deputy Director for the Northern Region of the Department of Irrigation in 1954. Such a well-known project was known by another name, River for Jaffna. Enhanced innovative project appropriate for the current situation. The beauty of a city is impaired without rivers. It is our misfortune that there is no river in Jaffna. Beyond the beautification aspect, the river is recognized as essential to meet the drinking water necessities, groundwater recharge, agricultural needs of Jaffna, and to reclaim barren farmlands. The Jaffna Peninsula has three watersheds, namely Vadamarachi Lagoon, Upara Lagoon, and Elephant Pass Lagoon. Of these, Elephant Pass Lagoon is found outside of Jaffna, while the other two are found within the Jaffna district. A River for Jaffna is a project that connects the Kanagarayan River, which is the main water source that discharges flood water from the Valley landscape to the Elephant Pass Lagoon, with other small catchments such as Nethili River, Pramandan River and Thiravil River, which are then connected to the Vadamarachi Lagoon and Upar Lagoon through the Mulyan Canal and then finally discharged to the sea. The diversion of the Elephant Pass Lagoon into the freshwater lagoon is considered not that much appropriate in today's context, particularly in terms of natural, ecological and social factors. Nonetheless, there is a need for Jaffna to receive drinking water, to irrigate many agricultural lands, to increase crop yields, to reclaim barren lands, and to manage water in an integrated manner to improve the economy. During this situation, the proposed project is a unique and innovative engineering project that incorporates the greatest and simplest solutions to the problems identified and the challenges faced. A total of 200 million cubic meters of water reaches Elephant Pass through these four rivers. An average of 70 million cubic meters of water reaches the Elephant Pass through the Kanagarayan River alone. The project proposes to use 35 million cubic meters of water. Therefore, a mere 17.5% is diverted. Project 1. The lagoons within the Jaffna Peninsula receive water only during the monsoon season. During the dry months of July, August and September, the seawater goes through a physical process called capillary action, where seawater rises above the lagoon, goes through evaporation process due to the sun's heat, and is settled at the bottom of the lagoon as salt particles. By retaining 300 millimeters of water during the months of July, August and September can prevent salt water from rising to the surface. The diversion requirement is only 6 million cubic meters. It is required to do such diversion in Vadamarachi's lagoon alone. But after this, 18 million cubic meters of water can be obtained from it for agricultural purposes after groundwater losses. Project 2. A small area of 900 hectares watershed from Elephant Pass will be separated into a wetland with natural vegetation, and the water will be channeled through it for purification. After natural wetland purification, 300 million liters per day will be sent into a nearby Yakachi storage using water pumps. This stored water will be used for the below purposes. Irrigate approximately 500 to 750 hectares of agricultural land under exotic fruit crops. Supply 6 million cubic meters of water that are required for Vadamarachi's lagoon. Aquaculture in and around Elephant Pass Lagoon, peripheral land with mixing fresh water and seawater. Growing bushes and grasses in the barren lands around Elephant Pass Lagoon to feed livestock. Project 3. 200 million liters of water per day will be sent to the new canals from the water that accumulates as a small storage in Watakachi under Iranai-Madu. This will be irrigated to the D3 fields. As a result, approximately 6 million cubic meters of water can be stored in the Iranai-Madu reservoir itself. Further, water that cannot be used in D3 system will be stored in a balanced reservoir in Urian, which will serve 800 hectares of agriculture rain-fed lands below Iranai-Madu. Project 4. 9 million cubic meters of water is required for Jaffna water supply with a capacity of 24 million liters per day. This 9 million cubic meters water could be received by the proposed desalination project at Thalayadi, which composes 6 million cubic meters saved from Project 3, and another 3 million cubic meters of water is supplied to Jaffna for 4 months before the Iranai-Madu spills, which happens once in 2 years. In other words, during spill years, there will be no loss to Kilinochchi farmers. It is to be noted that during non-spill years, any water diverted prior to Jaffna water supply will be accounted and settled to farm allocations from the other storages. Also, having an airspace in Iranai-Madu reservoir operation to avoid downstream flooding will enhance energy saving in Project 2. This will allow to supply 9 million cubic meters of water to Jaffna without any losses to the farmers of Kilinochchi. Benefits of this project. The project provides an integrated approach for the betterment of the communities in Jaffna and Kilinochchi districts. The primary benefit of the proposed project is the revitalization of groundwater levels and surface water resources in Jaffna and the supply of water to the Jaffna water supply project. In addition, suppressing desalination of Vadamarachi's lagoon, creating usable water resources in Vadamarachi East Lagoon, rehabilitation of barren lands and reclamation of agricultural lands, aquaculture development around the lagoon watershed, ensuring irrigation supply by nearby small ponds, increasing agricultural productivity in Kilinochchi and Jaffna districts, efficient energy saving option for Thiruvayaru lift irrigation scheme, livestock development using barren lagoon peripheral land, flood mitigation in Iranai-Madu reservoir and Kanahambikai tank. Estimation of this project. The investment required for the operation of the project is estimated at $260 million and the annual operating cost is estimated at $3.9 million. Let us strive to implement this economically viable and benefiting project that does not create any social problems or any negative impacts on the environment. To get more information about this project and to share your creative ideas, please log on to www.riverforjaffna.com.